Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. So today we're gonna talk about the stereotypes. Um, this is our outline of our presentation, including introduction, the definition, three kind of stereotypes, and the conclusion. So before coming to the major content, I would like to introduce our members. They are Nguyễn Tâm, Trần Hữu Nam, Điêu Hoài Nam, Lê Phan Trung, and me. Did you ever hear someone say about the stereotypes? Or are these statements completely true? Of course, it's not. So stereotypes are the ultimate automatic application of information about a country or a cultural group to all individual witness, uh, of, often due to a lack of awareness of culture. This knowledge can be incomplete or incorrect, and focusing solely on stereotype can lead to misunderstanding people true self. So to understand the world objectively, it is crucial to explore the different experiences and behavior within a culture and understand why these stereotypes exist and their origins. The first and foremost, it is critical to comprehend what are the stereotypes. So the stereotype is a pervasive and persistent human tendency that stems from a basic cognitive need to categorize, simplify, and process the complex world. This tendency is a precondition for social bias, prejudice, and discrimination. Second, a stereotype is a widely held, simplified, and essentialist belief about a specific group. Groups are often stereotyped on the basis of the sex, gender identity, race, ethnic, uh, nationality, age, social social economic status, language, and so forth. Um, so in terms of objective language of stereotype, in each culture, they have their own meaning, and the meaning of individual are not the same. Um, so in this assignment, we concentrate on dealing with three major stereotypes. Uh, it is anyone with title is a bad person, the girl with skimpy clothes are a bad girl, and men can have five wives and seven concubines. So the next, I would like to invite my member to introduce them.
Okay, thank you, Tuấn. So, hello everybody, my name is Tâm, and now I'm gonna share the information about the first stereotype. Anyone with tattoos is a bad person. So, I think it's essential to define the nature of tattoos for the most comprehensive perspective. So, why do we have this stereotype? Before that, I want to share the definition of tattoo. According to Wikipedia, a tattoo is a form of body modification made by inserting tattoo ink, dyes, and pigments, either indelible or temporary, into the dermis layer of the skin to form a design. The history of tattooing go back to Neolithic times, practiced across the globe by many cultures, and the symbolism and impact of tattoo vary in different places and culture. So come back to the main idea, why do we have this stereotype? It's because ancient Asian consider tattoos to be a terrible and shameful thing. In the year 2100 BC, only doppers had tattoo on their bodies. At that time, criminals were also tattooed on their faces to warn society that they were not trustworthy people. Because of this long-standing culture, today, Eastern culture in general and Vietnamese culture in particular still have many negative prejudices against it. So whether it's correct or not, it's undeniable to avoid negative views about tattoos. However, from objective perspectives, tattoos are not always bad things. In today's Vietnamese culture, tattooing has become popular, especially among young people, and it has special meanings for each individual who has a tattoo on their skin. Unlike previous generation, young people today have a more open lifestyle and they are gradually moving away from social prejudices. Many young people increasingly love tattoo art as it's both aesthetic and contain meaningful stories. Or to put it briefly, tattoos are a type of art. Tattoos are therefore no longer shunned in modern life, from small to large tattoos with a full range of colors and messages. As you can see on the screen, it is no. As you can see on the screen, this is the opinion of a famous artist in Vietnam. Come back to that slide, Tuấn. See, sir, the first tattoo came to me in 2010. Looking back now, I still find it beautiful and love. It's a memory, a meaningful milestone, and a model in life. Cited in Nguyễn and Điêu, 2021 Indian Fang newspaper. So how about the other culture? For example, in Indian culture, as Millwood 2024, tattoos has been a part of Indian culture for centuries. For many Chinese, tattoos are jewelry that cannot be stolen, but it was also a tactic to protect young women from being robbed by other Chinese. So now I will give you an example that people with tattoos are not bad people. As everyone knows, Messi is a famous football player with many tattoos on his body, and each tattoo has its own meaning. For example, according to Dân Chí newspaper, on Messi's right bicep, there is also a tattoo of Jesus. This tattoo is to express Messi's strong religious faith. However, in real life and on the field, he is a very humble person. And besides, loyalty is also a virtue of Messi. He only loved one person from the beginning of his career until now. So, in conclusion, not everyone with a tattoo is a bad person, but it also depends on many factors such as the purpose and meaning of the tattoo. So today I want to invite my friend Trần. We talk about why shouldn't we prejudice it anymore.
Thank you for your part. I will continue the part of the stereotype that why we shouldn't be harsh on people with tattoos. I guess most people, especially adults, wouldn't have a positive feeling for tattoos. They even try to avoid those people and teach their children to do the same things. But I'm here to say the opposite. The days that we are living have changed remarkably. The public view of tattoos has experienced a major change in recent years. Tattoos are today seen as a unique form of art, although they were seen to be related to crime activity. The rise of tattoo custom and culture, as well as the growing acceptance of tattoos among influencers and celebrities. In addition, many workplaces have flexible dress codes that allow visible tattoos, which also have their acceptance in society. Even though some people may still be against tattoo, their increasing popularity is a great start in removing the stigma. And I'm not going to talk about without evidence. I have some evidence that's come from first is Vietnamese culture. When mentioning of Vietnamese culture, since the time of our ancestors, tattooing for a long time has been a custom. The origin of the Vietnamese tattoo custom, according to an ancient record, is said to come from the story of the sea monster during the Hung King period. Tattoo at that time has a vital meaning. According to David history, at that time people in the mountain and forest gathered in the river and stream to catch fish to eat, and were often harmed by the Zalong monster, causing panic the whole region. When the story was told to the king said that the Zalong only liked the same species but hates other species. The king then ordered everyone to use ink to draw a picture like a sea monster. From then on, the Zalong would no longer harm him. The back then, people custom of painting themselves also originated here. Also, besides Vietnamese culture, the foreign culture is also have a lot of positive sides. Like tattoos are become more common in American society. The number tell a fascinating story with estimate 47% of millennials have tattoos in comparison to 36% of Generation X and 13% of baby boomer. Overall, an estimate 21 to 29% of Americans have at least one tattoo, and with roughly 15 to 20% have two or more tattoos. These days, young people getting a tattoo as a way to express their unique quality and personality, a personal passion, or even a hobby. The ban on or discrimination against persons who have tattoos have been revised in comparison many years ago. Nowadays, getting a tattoo is not associated with negativity or bad things. The information and researches I have mentioned above remind us to stop spreading unpleasant stereotypes about tattoos or those who have them. We shouldn't make judgment on someone instantly if we don't understand their background or their circumstance. According to the website How Tattoos Have Become a Form of Storytelling, explain that tattoo offer a way for people to express themselves in a way that's both permanent and empowering. They can symbolize triumph over adversity, represent personal growth, or commemorate significant life events. For many, getting a tattoo is a therapeutic experience that allows them to process their emotion. We can understand that getting a tattoo does not always have the negative impact that we previously thought it to have. Additionally, we can progressively learn to value the benefit of getting a tattoo. In contrast to Western countries, tattoos are still not widely accepted in Asian countries such as Vietnam, especially among adults and older people who are the same age as their parents and grandparents. This needs to be changed gradually as we enter the new era. Consequently, the objective language is that not everyone with a tattoo is a bad person, but it also depends on many factors, such as the purpose and the meaning of tattoos. We can misjudge someone based on the tattoo on their body, and it is very necessary to have a multi-dimensional view. This is my part about this stereotype. I'll let my friend continue the second stereotype.
Thank you. So my part, the second part is about the girl with skinny glow, bad girls. The right to dress freely is a basic and undeniable right of every human being, especially women. In modern society, women have been gaining many rights and positions, but there are still many challenges and barriers regarding freedom of dress. There has been a stereotype that girls with skinny glow are bad girls. So what did this stereotype date back to? The custom of ancient Greece, Rome, and Egypt all has specific rule on what kind of clothing was appropriate for women. The regulation are derived from thought about what it means to be a woman, religious conviction, and social norm. There are lessons concerning modest clothing in many different regions. For example, several passages in the Bible support modest Christian behavior and dress. The Muslim red coat found in the Quran and Hadith, we can see in the slide here, prescribe modest dress for both men and women. During the colonial period, European nations expanded their influence around the world, imposing their own standard of dress on the colonists. People often point out clothes they consider too revealing or inappropriate. Inappropriate in some places where men have more control. They even try to limit what women can wear. Movie, TV show, and commercial can make women feel like they should dress revealingly This can lead people to believe that women who dress more modestly have a better life in somehow. When it comes to women clothing, they argue that what women choose to wear can be a way of expressing themselves, and that by wearing it, they can feel more powerful. This can give the impression that women wearing traditional clothes are somehow better off. Format of the history of what we think of as Western civilization, even wearing functional clothes like pants was taboo for quite a long time. Things started to change around the turn of 20th century when early modern feminism really began to spread. In the 1960s and 1970s, the very concept of public modesty began to come into question. The social tension against it exposing flesh in public became weaker. It never totally vanished, but more revealing clothes became increasingly acceptable, particularly among the young and in more progressive area. I have an example here, story of Yuki, a member in GIDLE, a multinational girl group active in Korea. And the style that woman wearing short skirt that revealing a little skin means showing off their body. As Yuki, a member of the group GIDLE, and her choice of clothing, particularly in a Y2K inspired denim outfit with a halter neck top and matching short skirt. Despite female idol frequently wearing short skirt, Yuki outfit sparked debate when she started. Her intention was not to overly showcase her body. Phan are divided, with some expressing concern that her outfit could attract unwanted attention or negative perception, while others defend her right to wear what she chooses. The text highlight in the subjective nature of fashion and how opinion vary among individual and social classes, putting way to emphasize this point. The passage underscore Korean cultural norm regarding women clothing, emphasizing the acceptance of skirt and short while cautioning against revealing center upper body part. It highlights how ordinary women in Korea may face judgment for wearing clothing that expose too much skin, leading them to choose more conservative opinion when traveling abroad. Fashion is portrayed as a means of self-expression with resident of 2000 style reflecting a broader trend toward embracing diverse aesthetics with contemporary fashion. We move to the next part.
Thank you. To demonstrate that the girl with skinny clothes are not bad. In fact, in many places around the world, women stand up to have to fight to ideology. My dress, my choice. I have the right to choose the outfit I want. My dress, my choice is a platform that support women. So many the campaign contributes. Say they have the right to wear what they want as long as it doesn't violate the rights of others. Women deserve respect regardless of what she is wearing or how she looks. Does this fit the society model of a woman? So my dress and my choice received a lot of support, which were impetus to create large protests, influence the legislation, and raise general awareness of issue of discrimination and violent gender, signaling a strong push in society toward gender equality. So the second one, imposing stereotype on those women can cause many negative consequences to their spiritual lives. Its way of dressing reflect the personality, lifestyle, or their life story. There are many reasons for stop judging a girl who dress skinny clothes, such as destroying confidence instead of fostering positive self-image. Second, perpetuating the fallacy of attention seeking, shaming sexuality, such as race and culture, and the last one is limiting social evolution. According to Facebook page locally in Vietnam, wrote that a woman's worth should never be measured by a depth of a color, the height of a high heel, or the shortness of a dress. These measure of dignity are completely absurd. No matter what they wear, women must still be respected by others. Just because they dress sexy doesn't mean they are inviting someone. This is more to judge the person than a clothes on their body. Women clothing is not and should not be a way for people to judge their self-esteem or intelligences, as long as they do not violate the law and regulation of the places where they go. And the clothes women are wearing does not affect the lives of others enough to receive evaluation and criticism for us society. So next, I would like to invite my friend to say the last.
Okay, so so today I'm gonna talk about the last stereotype. So first of all, I want to share a little bit about the definition of the stereotype. Men can have 5 wives and 7 concubines. Is it a cultural and religious phenomenon that has existed throughout history and across various societies? There has been a stereotype that men can have 5 wives and 7 concubines. So why do we have this stereotype? According to a reporter's article in the Viet newspaper, there are 4 main reasons for creating this stereotype. Firstly, in ancient times, the economy was underdeveloped and the most conflicts were resolved by war. After each war, the death rate of men is higher than that of women, leading to an imbalance. Secondly, due to the intrusion of the culture of some ethnic minority, this is the main cause. Thirdly, due to low medical skills, low birth rates, and low life expectancy, the ruling class wanted to increase the population to increase taxes and soldiers, along with the ideology of many children, many blessings. So ancient men often had many wives and concubines, largely due to men's lust for sex combined with the idea of male chauvinism. So that's 4 reasons that created this stereotype. So now Trung will give everyone more detail about that.
Today I will talk about the consequence of having many wives. And as period 12 and 31 point out the drawback of having many wives, creating a complex family system involves the husband relationship and relation between subsequent wife and children, and having distinct household problem usually stemming from jealousy between the wife of the husband, affection and resources. Polygamy detrimental effect on white health polygamy as a risk factor or adverse health outcome. And next it is as attention at all 12 and 12. And in terms of economic reason, having several wives can be beneficial for a man in a green country seen in the push the labor force that is available to support the family agriculture. In Envoy, actually marrying a guy of higher rank may give women and the children financial security in community where women have a restricted economy option. And according to Wiki University, in some society, marriage serves as a mean to force political of strength, social connection, and a man may marry multiple women to establish tie with other families, tribe, or community, a theory increasing his influence and power. And I have three imagine living in a history and society was a main source of income in agriculture. Firstly, a wealthy landowner in Sac culture may have several wives in order to make sure he's in managed effectively. And the secondly is the landowner can grow his agriculture holding and foster to his division of labor. And the lastly, the landowner may further solidify his social and economic standing in the town and increase his power and influence by marrying into other wealthy families. And I have some example of stereotypes and example interesting that having many wives is not always bad in certain culture. And in some country in Africa, polygamy is a socially accepted practice that allows men to provide for multiple families. Polygamous marriage were common due to the cultural belief that having multiple wives would action man's status and ability to support his family. And in conclusion, to the book, we have conclusion that stereotypes are not always bad in both low and high context culture. Tattoos hold personal meaning and can be related to religion and family relationship or social and can be closer and acceptable in low context culture as long as they don't have rules. However, in high context culture, can be close may be considered. And the stereotype man can have 5 wives and 7 concubines can be negative, but it can also be beneficial in some case, as having multiple wives can share and provide financial solution. And it is the end of my presentation. Thanks for watching.